Good morning, everybody. I'm not going to wish you a happy Monday because, let's face it, what's good about Monday? Unless it's Memorial Day, Labor Day, or you're on vacation or something. Anyway, weekend two. A lot of people said this was kind of a lame weekend. There weren't too many good matchups. Man, we had some crazy games. We had some upsets. Crazy stuff happened. We're going to go over some of that stuff. Got a few news items, not too many, at least at the time of this recording. Maybe some more will come out, but I got a few we'll go over. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button down there, wherever it is, so you don't miss anything. Let's go ahead and start. Unfortunately, got to start with some tragic news. Two Marquette lacrosse players, 19-year-old Scott McEvan and 20-year-old Noah Schneider, killed Friday night in a car crash. Three other players were also in the car with them. They were involved they're going to be okay. I think one of them, maybe two, might be on the serious side, but it looks like they're going to be all right. 41-year-old driver collided with the player's car. That driver was arrested. Charges are pending. They didn't say what it was yet. Maybe they did. I missed it. But if they arrested him, he was doing something he shouldn't have been. I don't know. Texting, driving, drinking, and driving. But man, 19 years old and 20 years old. That's just not enough time. It really isn't. You just feel for them, prayers for them, their family, their friends, people in Marquette. Just a sad situation there. Man, that's horrible, horrible, horrible. South Florida, they are ranked for the first time in 7 years. Team they beat, Florida, they are out. And Michael Vick. Remember Michael Vick? Played at Virginia Tech. I think he played for the Philadelphia Eagles also in the pros. He became the head coach at Norfolk State. Got his first win last Saturday. Beat Virginia State 34-31. So congratulations to him. All right, so let's go back to Friday. Louisville, they moved to 2-0. Beat James Madison 28-14. James Madison only scored points in the first quarter and third quarter. Northwestern, they bounced back from that Tulane loss, beat Western Illinois 42-7. Preston Stone kind of redeemed himself, 20 for 29, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. McVillian, I think to say, he had an interception. Maryland 2-0, beat Northern Illinois 20-9. Malik Washington, the quarterback they love, 254 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Defense had 4 sacks and 9 tackles for loss. Boise State, they bounced back. Looked like Boise again beat Eastern Washington 51-14. I mean, it was Eastern Washington. Maddox Madsen, 307 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, also ran for a touchdown. Both passing touchdowns were to Ben Ford. Running back Dylan Riley, 123 rushing yards on 6 carries, touchdown for him. Moving to Saturday, number 1 Ohio State, no problem Grambling, 70-0. Julian Sayin, 18 for 19, 306 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. But Jeremiah Smith, man, ran for 100, or Jeremiah Smith had 119 receiving yards, 2 touchdown catches. Defense for the Buckeyes, 2 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, forced 3 turnovers. Held Grambling to under 95 yards in passing, rushing, and receiving. Number 2, these rankings are at the time of these teams are ranked at the time they were won or beat. So I know new rankings came out yesterday, but these were the rankings of these teams when they won or when they lost. Penn State started slow. Number 2, Penn State started slow. Beat Florida International 34-0. They were only up 10-0 at the half. Drew Aller, 200 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Caden Allen ran for 144 and a touchdown. Kicker Brian Barker, 10 points in that one. Defense for the Nittany Lions, 2 sacks, 9 tackles for loss, 2 turnovers. And almost a repeat game. Number 3, LSU started slow against Louisiana Tech, but won 23-7. Just like Penn State, they were only up 10-0 at halftime. Nussmeier, 237 passing yards, a touchdown, an interception. All LSU running backs, 56 yards or less. They did not have that ground game going. 237 receiving yards, though, not bad. Kicker Damian Ramos, 11 points. I would say they got some things to fix before they play Florida next week, but what we saw. Number 4, Georgia beat Austin Peay 28-6. UGA scored 7 points a quarter. That's it. 1 touchdown per quarter. All rushing touchdowns, too. Stockton, 227 passing yards. Frazier and Bowens both had 2 rushing touchdowns. Offense did commit 2 turnovers in that game. We got to get that cleaned up. Number 5, Miami beat Bethune Cook 45-3. Beck 22 for 24, 267 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Fletcher Jr. had 2 rushing touchdowns. C.J. Daniels, 2 receiving touchdowns. Defense, 10 tackles for loss. Nice. Forced 2 turnovers. Who in Oklahoma State thought it'd be a great idea to go and play Oregon? I know these schedules are made years in advance, but even back then when you made them, who the hell decided, hey, let's go play Oregon? That'd be great. Ducks beat them by 66. Didn't even score in the fourth quarter either. Showed mercy, I guess. Dante Moore, 16 for 21, 266 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Takarian Moore, rushing and receiving touchdown. Oregon was over 300 yards in passing, rushing, and receiving yards. Defense had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Woodward had a 30-yard pick 6. Mixon, he had a 26-yard pick 6. Held Oklahoma State to 67 yards passing and 144 yards rushing. Wouldn't be surprised. I'm guessing, I don't remember if they played them last year, but so did they? Well, they didn't. Last year's such a blur. If they didn't, then Oregon's coming next year, and I don't know. Number 7, Texas beat San Jose State 38-7. Manning, 295 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, interception, ran for a touchdown. Everybody's just all high on Manning now, and it was San Jose State they played. You see what happened against Ohio State? Wait till they get in this conference schedule, get some of these tougher teams. Livingston, 4 catches for 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jack Andres, 2 touchdown catches. Everyone, like I said, everyone was praising Manning, but it was San Jose State, who committed 4 turnovers. Number 8, Clemson came from a 13-point deficit at halftime to beat Troy 27-16. They outscored Troy 24-0 in the second half to win that game. Klubnik, 196 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interception. Both touchdowns were to Wesco Jr., who had 118 receiving yards. Nice game for him. Randall, nice game for him. 112 rushing yards and a touchdown. Defense, 4 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, forced 3 turnovers. Troy, not too bad, though. Crowder, 223 passing yards, a touchdown, but he did throw 3 picks. T.J. Thompson had a pick 6. These teams are close in the post-game stats if you look at them. Troy did have 67 more yards and penalties, though. Number 10, South Carolina beat South Carolina State 38-10. Sellers, 128 passing yards and a touchdown. Number 11, this was a great game. I watched this one. Number 11, Illinois capitalized on all of Duke's mistakes, dropped passes, turnovers. It's like they couldn't even hold on to the ball. They ended up beating Duke 45-19. After it was a 1-point game at halftime. Second half got worse for Duke. They just couldn't, I don't know. It's like they couldn't play. Altamar for Illinois, 22 for 31, 296 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Beatty had a rushing touchdown and 128 receiving yards. Defense, 5 turnovers, including 2 by Duke quarterback Darian Mensah. But he did have 334 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Fumbled twice, threw an interception. Duke had 356 receiving yards, but only 82 rushing yards. Duke only scored 6 points in the second half. A lot of guys on Big Ten saying now it's going to be a big testing kind of testing stick, whatever, for Illinois. Kind of makes you wonder what would have happened if Duke had not made all those mistakes. I mean, they were dropping passes left and right, turning the ball over, penalties. Makes you wonder, but hey, it is what it is. This I did not expect. I was wrong about this one. Mississippi beats number 12, Arizona State, 24-20. I thought Arizona State was going to wipe them out. Shapen throws a 58-yard TD pass to Thompson with 30 seconds left to win. After the Sun Devils scored 20 straight points and took the lead with 1:38 left. So talk about a game-winning drive. Shapen ended up with 279 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of them are Thompson, who had 6 catches for 132 yards. Evans, the third, 9 catches for 108 yards. Defense, 2 sacks, only 2 interceptions, but hell. They hold Arizona State to just 82 passing yards. That's crazy being Levitt. Gave up 251 rushing yards, though. Brown and Vado each had over 100 rushing yards for ASU. South Florida, man, they've beaten 2 ranked teams in 2 weeks. Boise State, now number 13, Florida, 18-60 on a game clock expiring field goal. Gators helped them win, though. 103 yards and penalties, including 2 major ones on the Bulls' final drive. But if you look at the stats after the game, they're pretty close in everything, third down and all that stuff. USF, we said, okay, this could be a testing stick for them. We're going to see how good they really are. Well, now next week we're going to see how good they are because they got to play Miami. Boy, if they beat Miami, wow. Number 14, Florida State keeps rolling. Beat East Texas A&M 77-3. FSU 368 passing and receiving yards. Castellanos 8 for 11, 237 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Number 8, Oklahoma. This was another good game I watched. Beat number 15, Michigan 24-13. Michigan scored all their 13 points in the third quarter. Mather, this quarterback for Oklahoma, I'm pretty impressed with him. 270 passing yards, 74 rushing yards, 2 passing TDs, 1 rushing. Burke, 7 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. OU defense only had 1 sack, but they did have 8 tackles for loss. Held Michigan to 142 passing yards and 146 rushing yards. OU, 10 more first downs than Michigan, and they're also better on third down. Number 16, Iowa State wins the Sly Hawk Trophy, beating Iowa 16-13 on Kyle Cornerday's 54-yard field goal with 1:52 left. Cornerday ended up all his kicking, field goals, extra points, 10 points in that game. Helped them out a lot. Rocco, right? Yeah, Rocco, 134 passing yards in the TD. Both teams had under 132 rushing yards in this game. Cyclones a little bit better in the passing and receiving yards. Cyclone defense, 3 sacks. Iowa quarterback Gronowski, it's how you say his name, Gronowski, came from South Dakota State. Finding out that FBS football is just a little tougher than FCS. This week he only had 83 passing yards. Baylor, man, did you see that game? My brother was at that game, texting me updates and sending pictures. Takes down number 17 SMU in 2 overtimes, 48-45. SMU kicker missed the field goal in that second overtime. Baylor came back, kicked the field goal, won it. Baylor's quarterback Robertson, 440 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. 2 of those touchdowns were in the last 5.5 minutes of that game. Washington ran for 115 and 2 touchdowns. Cameron, 9 catches for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kicker Hawkins, 12 points in that game. This is like the weekend of the kicker. Jennings for SMU, not bad. 295 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of them, the Brinson, who had 4 catches for 126 yards. And Harden, 115 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. A lot of people thought Baylor were going to beat Auburn last week. And they played them a good game. Auburn happened to win it somehow. But Baylor beating a good SMU team. Watching Baylor in the Big 12 this year. You never know what's going to happen. Number 19, Texas A&M beat Utah State 44-22. Reed, 220 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Also ran for 66 and a touchdown. Crover, 5 catches, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns. Concepcion, 2 touchdown catches. Defense, 6 sacks, 9 tackles for loss. It kind of worried me about A&M. They always had a habit in the past of when they did jump out to a big lead, letting the teams back into it. And they did. The second half, they started letting Utah State score. I don't know what the hell was going on there. So A&M's got a few things to fix before they play Notre Dame this week. Number 20, Ole Miss paid Kentucky back, beat them 30-23. Rebel Simmons, 235 passing yards, no touchdowns, rushed for a touchdown. Anybody threw 2 picks in that one. Lacey ran for 138 and a touchdown. Defense, 3 sacks. held Kentucky to 187 passing yards, 132 rushing yards. UL Monroe didn't recreate that magic of 2007 when they beat Alabama. Alabama beat them 73-0. Simpson, 17 for 17, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. Mack and Puzzle, they threw 2 touchdown passes each. Bernard, 2 touchdown catches. Defense forced 3 turnovers, had 12 tackles for loss. Held La Monroe to 54 yards passing, 93 yards rushing, and only 9 first downs for Louisiana Monroe. Number 22, Tennessee, no problem with Eastern Tennessee State, winning 72-17. Game was 48-7 at the half. Aguilar, 288 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Merklinger, 118 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Thomas, 69 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Hell of a game for him. Brazil, 125 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Matthews, 111 receiving yards and a touchdown. And kicker Gilbert, 15 points. Nice for them. Number 23, Indiana beat Kent State 56-9. Into Kent State's 1-game winning streak. Mendoza, 4 touchdown passes in that game. Number 24, wait a minute, I got this wrong. I got two Kent States down. Indiana won 56-9. Texas Tech beat Kent State into their 1-game win streak, 62-14. Martin, 3 touchdown passes. Gil Howard, 55-yard pick 6 for Texas Tech. Who the hell did Indiana play? I put Kent State down twice for some reason. Number 25, Utah, no problem with Cal Poly, 63-9. That game was 35-6 at half. Utah, 518 total yards. NC State barely got by Virginia, 35-31. No points were scored in this game in the fourth quarter. Syracuse beats UConn, 27-20 in overtime. Close win. Syracuse head coach was not happy about that. He made them run wind sprints after the game on the field. There's video of it. It's just crazy. Cam Cook helped Jacksonville State beat Liberty by 10. Ran for 195 yards and 2 touchdowns. New Mexico was 1-1. Beat Idaho State by 10. Humphrey ran for 114 and 2 touchdowns. Another crazy game I watched. Missouri beat Kansas 42-31. Tigers were down 21-6 in the first quarter. My brother-in-law went to Missouri. Him and his wife and my nieces were at the game. I was texting with my sister. She said my brother-in-law was irate in that first half. He was pissed. He was steaming. I said, yeah, it's not looking too good. Kansas might beat them down. Wow. Missouri comes back, outscores the Jayhawks 36-10 after that. Totally incredible. Prabula from Missouri, 30 for 39, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns. Great passing game for Missouri. Coleman, 126 receiving yards, 2 touchdown. Norfleet, 76 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. Roberts and Hardy both had over 110 yards rushing with a touchdown each. Defense, 3 sacks, 6 tackles for loss. Jordan Daniels, not too bad. Jalen Daniels, Jordan Daniels, I forget how to say it. 223 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. So he had a damn good game. Missouri, 595 total yards. Kansas, only 226. Kansas, 15 less first downs. Only 3 for 11 on third down. Only 3 rushing yards. Average 0.2 yards a rush. That's just horrible. Also had the ball 20 minutes less than Missouri. So Kansas got some work to do. Oregon State, man, 0-2. What happened to Oregon State? Lose to Fresno, 36-27. Fresno State's Embry had a 45-yard pick 6. Kicker Lynch, 12 points, including 3 fourth-quarter field goals and a 43-yarder with 29 seconds left. It was the day of the kicker for Fresno State. Texas State 2-0 beat UTSA 43-36 in the I-35 battle. UTSA, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, they played A&M last week. I don't think they could have beaten A&M, but they did score some points in that game. It's made it interesting. Look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7 lost to a touchdown by Texas State. This game was 2-0 in the first quarter. I don't know if they're just not finishing games or maybe these teams are just better than them. I expect to see UTSA at least 1-1 by now, but I don't know. Wisconsin beat Middle Tennessee 42-10. Started slow though, 14-10 at halftime. West Virginia, man, I was like, keep an eye on this one because Ohio's a damn good team. Almost beat Rutgers. West Virginia goes to there. Ohio beats them 17-10. Navarro, 247 passing yards, touchdown. He did throw 3 picks, but he ran for 87. Hendricks, 8 catches for 121 yards and a touchdown. Defense had 4 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and an interception. Held West Virginia passing game to 178 yards. Held the rushing game to only 72 rushing yards. West Virginia, 11 less first downs, only 2 for 13 on third down. 215 total yards compared to Ohio's 429. Time of possession. Ohio, totally more. 40-15, West Virginia, 16-40 in time of possession. Wyoming, man, they're 2-0. They're looking good. Beat Northern Iowa 31-7. Wake Forest beat Western Carolina by 32. I think the Thursday night game is Wake Forest and NC State, maybe. Now that football's back on Thursday because the NFL crap last weekend. I think that ESPN game Thursday night is Wake Forest, NC State. I don't know. We'll go over that in a couple of days. Anyway, they beat Western Carolina by 32. Rutgers is 2-0. Beat Miami of Ohio 45-17. I thought Miami of Ohio would be 1-1 by now. Arkansas 2-0. Beat Arkansas State 56-14. Cal beat Texas Southern by 32. Missouri State, man, they got their first FBS win. Beat Marshall by 1. Marshall program is just in turmoil since last winter. They wouldn't work a deal with the new coach. He left. All them players left. They didn't even play in their bowl game. That program right now, because of administration, is in crap mode right now. It's Marshall. Marshall fans, it's all because of your administration too. North Carolina bounces back from Monday's embarrassment. Beat Charlotte by 17. 1-1 Army, man. Beat 1-2 Kansas State 24-29 or 21. 24-21. Army, Helam's had a passing touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns. Houston won the Bayou Bucket, beat Rice 35-9. 21 points in the fourth quarter they scored. Scott Frost and Central Florida, they're 2-0. Beat NC North Carolina A&T by 61. Is that right? Wow. Toledo beat undefeated Western Kentucky 45-21. Memphis 2-0 beat Georgia State 38-16. That was a 17-16 game at the half. Tigers scored 21 in the second half. Tulane, they remain undefeated, beat South Alabama 33-31. Auburn moved to 2-0, beat Ball State 42-3. Vanderbilt down by 10 at the half, outscored Virginia Tech 34-0 in the second half to win by 24. Diego, 193 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Nebraska, they are 2-0, beat Akron 68-0. If I remember right, Nebraska beat Akron back in the 90s, something like that. 68-0, 70-0, something like that. That's, of course, sounds familiar with Nebraska and Akron. Rayola, 364 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. USC, they are 2-0. They beat Georgia Southern by 39. In a shootout, this was a game, I was watching the Oklahoma-Michigan game on TV and the Michigan State-Boston College game on my iPad. That was a shootout, man. Beat Boston College, though, 43-40 in 2 overtimes. Purdue, man, they're 2-0. Starting this year off a lot better than they did last year. Beat Southern Illinois 34-17. Looks like Odom is the right hire for them. We'll see. Dan Mullen, man, he's got UNLV at 3-0 now. Beat UCLA 30-23. UCLA 0-2. I think with Deshaun Foster as their coach, former player, great running back there. I figured they'd be a good team. And you wonder if, what's his name? Imalova, whatever his name, how you say it, comes from Tennessee. You wonder if he's regretting being a jackass there now because they're 0-2 and Tennessee's on fire. I-10 battle. Louisiana beat McNeese 34-10. McNeese was actually winning for a bit in this game. New Mexico State, man, look at them. They are 2-0, beat Tulsa 21-14. Arizona beat Weber State by 45. They are 2-0 now. Fifita, 373 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. Hell of a game for him. Washington State's 2-0. They beat San Diego State 36-13. I watched this game went to bed, watched the rest of it, and I fell asleep. San Diego State, 10 first downs, 2 for 13 on third down, 1 for 4 on fourth down. BYU's 2-0. They beat Stanford 27-3. Their kicker, Farron, 13 points in that game. Washington, they are 2-0, beat Cal Poly by 60. Washington's Coleman III, rushing yards, 111 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. Freaking incredible. Hawaii, they are 2-1. They beat Sam Houston 37-20. Weaver, 294 passing yards, 3 touchdowns in that game. That is it. Football's back on Thursday, so we'll be doing a preview of next weekend's show. Next weekend. We'll be doing that show Wednesday or Thursday sometime. Not sure which day yet. I know it's Monday. It sucks, but what the hell are you going to do? Such is life. Just keep busy. Before you know it, the weekend will be here again. Be safe. We will see you Wednesday or Thursday.